Good afternoon, YouTube. Old Rusty here again today. Today I want to talk about sand. And if you're not going to utilize duplication glitches for it, I'm going to show you what I believe is the best method to get sand in survival. And yes, it is technically renewable by itself through the Wandering Trader. Good luck with that. I don't know why you would hate yourself that much to farm sand that way. So today I'm going to show you how to get ludicrous amounts of the non-renewable sand with no duping involved. If for whatever reason duping happens to be banned because you almost crashed a realm by increasing file size and letting things run to the point where you had 6 shulker box of dragon eggs. I digress. I don't know who would possibly do that. But if you're sitting there wanting to run, say, an insane shroomlight farm that's utilizing 19 stacks of TNT an hour, or you just like going full AFK on cobblestone farms, basalt farms, or anything else, let's go over how to get sand. Now, I'm in a desert. This is where you want to go to get a lot of sand. And there's a lot of sand here. Your typical thing would involve you sitting there and breaking that sand. I used to mine it a lot with a shovel, with efficiency 4. I drop a beacon down, I just go crazy and collect all sorts of sand. And then I'd stop. And that would never work out well for me. Now watch, this is going to come right back. So what we are going to do here today is my preferred method. We're going to utilize the fact that TNT drops 100%. Is this the eco-friendly version? Not at all. We're going to literally strip mine the desert. And yes, before you say, well, I've seen world eaters and sand quarries to do that. You're right. And those are really great. But they're also complicated to build. Maybe I want a lot of sand. So this is what we're going to do to demonstrate this point. Is I am just going to put down what I believe is enough shulkers. This is more than enough. And I have 6 allays who all have sand. And I have exactly 1 stack of TNT. And we are going to utilize this entire stack of TNT. And then we're just going to see how much sand we get. What I like to do is drop the TNT every 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just run around and do this. Technically, the TNT does have the capacity to set off other TNT nearby up to 6. But I like to do the 5 because it just seems to work out a little bit better. So when I want a lot of sand, I just run around and do this. We're going to put down our entire stack of TNT. Then we're going to light it. Am I off by 1? No, I'm good. And then we're just going to watch what happens. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I do like I like dupers for making sand. You can do the drip leaf method. That's probably like the worst way to do it. You've got some wonderful ones that go and utilize sim distance and make just an absurd amount. But, you know, if you do it wrong, it could crash your world. Maybe people just don't want you doing it. Maybe it's somehow disabled, or you're just thinking to yourself, Rusty, I like bugs, but I don't want to use all these bugs. And that's fine, too. What can you do with sand? Well, besides TNT, of which it takes 5. 5 TNT for you to sit there and get, 4 sand for one TNT block. And with that 100% drop, if you were unaware, the blast resistance of sand is not good at all. Of course, my allays are already going to freak out here when I'm done with this. And you know what? We're going to go with it. I said we're doing a stack. We're doing a stack. And we are just going to just drop that there. And I'm going to go with this. Five really seems to be the optimal number. Now, I got turned on to this method by Mach, who designed that turtle scoot farm that I'm so fond of. I asked him, hey, what's a quick way to do it? And he said, sand quarries, you know, I don't like them. I asked why, and he said, well, just do this. And I started doing this, and I'm never going back. Who needs a shovel? Not me. See? Now, ideally, you'll have a nice flat area to do this in, but good luck ever finding the deserts that's super flat. What I've generally found is that 1 TNT, I don't want to get too close to my shoulders here. I'll go 1 more over. What I've found is that one TNT will usually drop about a stack when you set it off in the desert. Oh, I'm gonna put this right here. This will be the one I started off on. I've still got 15 more to go. We'll add more on the end over here. Now, the big advantage of this is, I mean, besides the fact that I love what's about to happen here, I find 6 to be a good number of allays. You can always use more. Even then, it's going to take a little bit once we do this. One could argue that mistakes were made. We'll put it right here. Alright, so what we have here is exactly 1 stack of TNT spread out in a nice grid. 1 stack. That is 4 stacks of sand. Now see, they've already somehow found sand already, and I don't want this sand, so we're going to do this. Alright, my inventory is empty. My shulkers are empty. And away we go. Anticlimactic. We'll light more. Well, I'm already at 4 stacks so far. So I've just got back my TNT that I did use. Oh, we missed some. Well, let's go help them out. Normally I would just stand around, but these aren't going to light themselves. They were a little too high. And that's okay. And so now we're just going to run back over. As I picked up some, they're going to run around and pick up all those other ones, and we're just going to start. Let's see how many shulkers we get. That doesn't go in there. So as we're sitting here collecting all of this, and that's what the allays are for, just, you know, go AFK for a little bit. If it's the middle of the day, you're fine. Of course, I've got it in peaceful, and I did set it to always noon for demonstrations of this. See, I still missed a couple more. We'll take care of those in a little bit once all the rest is done. This is going to take a while. So we'll just keep filling our shulker. And we, of course, want to give them the opportunity to bring us all that sand and look at it go up. And then they'll fly up and they'll go scoop up more. We got about 5 minutes before all this stuff is going to despawn, and we're doing pretty good. And remember, we don't care about that sandstone. So let's see here. How long does it take you to fill up 1 shulker of sand? This took 4 or 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes once you set it off. I usually don't go past a stack of TNT. Now we're going to move this along some. We're going to let our inventory fill up with some of the stuff that they're doing. Run away! This is the best way to get sand. Now, of course, I've missed a lot of sand. But the great thing about just displaying it out is it's quick. You could go through and set off more TNT in this area. You'd be like, oh, but you missed all this sand, Rusty. Like, look. That goes down another 2 layers. And it does. But do you want to be efficient and clean this all up nicely? Let's just put more down in here. That's just so much. Allays can be useful, if not annoying at times. I tend to avoid them unless it's a special purpose like this. They're still dumping. Now they're looking for more. So we'll go meander over here a little bit. Let's see if they find it all. Is that it? Are we done? Could I have spaced this out better? Yeah, a lot. Let's see, they're still over there grabbing more. Because remember, they're only going to stay within a certain distance. So they can keep running around. So we'll just let them... Oh, so much sand. Remember, this was 1 stack of TNT that I just went through. That was 4 stacks of sand. I think we're good. Oh, they're still getting more. How? Now, yeah, did I just decimate this area? Could I go back through here with a shovel if I wanted and then clean up the rest of it? Yeah, I mean, you could. Yep, they still got more. We're still going. Oh, but what if you miss picking it up? No, let's pick it right back up again. It's fine. Everything is fine. So, let's take a look. They're still going. How are they still going? I think we're almost done, though. It's really slowing down. Well, that's it. Pretty sure that's it. Now, that is 1 stack of TNT spread out. That took me less than 10 minutes. And I have 1 shulker, 2 shulkers. Let's just call that 2 1/4 shulkers of sand. I could have had this laid out better. I could still go through here with a shovel if I wanted and clean all the rest of this up. Or you could just, you know, move on. Because let's look at... Oh no, I've destroyed the desert and I was wasteful like strip mining actually is. And I just took out this one area. And then I have this area over here. I have all that over there. I've got all this over here, over there. You don't want to go with red sand. It's only 1 layer deep. You can also do this with beaches, but really just go to a desert far out. I mean, how much sand do you need? Quickly. Because I just took out this one little crater chunk where you could see it. And you could go in there and still get more. And what you get for all that is 1 stack of TNT. You got 1 shulker, 2 shulkers. Oh, what is that? Ooh, they brought me sandstone. That's okay. We don't want that. Garbage, I say. So, if you want a lot of sand for TNT, and you don't want to dupe because it's not allowed or you're just not into it, whatever, that's fine. Get some TNT. Make a gunpowder farm. Just go get enough so you can get your first TNT going and then set it off. Bring some allays with you. They're going to bring you so much more. So again, I give you a very rough estimate because, again, this was a sloppy, inefficient... Let me just go crazy with this. Let me show you exactly what... 1 TNT. Now, the ideal thing to do is to set it inside. And we'll set it off. One TNT gave me 2 stacks. As opposed to setting it up on the ground, where it's less. And look at that. Oh, nope, don't want to do that. The only reason I say to spread them out 5 is it doesn't always set off the next one when it's buried in the ground like that. See? It's a more constrained explosion. But putting it in the ground is arguably better. And you also tend to get more... But I digress. TNT, sand, in a desert. I mean, they're still going. I've been mining sand wrong all these years. Hope somebody finds this helpful. Old Rusty out!